The Backstreet Boys op Smile 90.4 FM, As Long As You Love Me. Dis 7 minute na 8. Jy luister na Smile ontbyt. Eloise en Bobby saam met jou op hierdie mooie Kaapse dag. Het jy gesien hoe vroeg was dit lig vanoggend, Babs?
I did feel like it was a little bit earlier than usual. Must have been a couple of minutes shaved off the sun's sleeping time this morning.
You look like you shaved this morning as well.
I did. I found my blades.
Ek moet sê, toe die wekker afgaan vanoggend, het ek byna my bewussyn verloor, want toe dink ek, jemmal, ek's laat vir die show, kyk hoe lig is dit alreeds, maar alles was okay. Het is 'n mooie dag om nou uit te sien in die Kaap. Ek wil vertel van Ethics Exchange. Ethics Exchange is 'n konferensie wat hierdie week plaasvind in die Kaap. Nou, groot koppe in besigheid, van die Akkermans gaan daar praat, daar's 'n hele paar bekende redakteurs ook van ons land se grootste publikasies, en onder andere gaan Tim Noakes ook daar gesels hierdie week. Dit is by die Fugard Theater op die 5de November. Nou, ons is altyd baie bly om met Tim Noakes te gesels. En ek wou by hom hoor, waaroor presies gaan die Ethics Exchange hierdie week in die Kaap?
Well, it's an event that's looking at the role of ethics in our society, and a lot of people are giving different talks. And ethics is not my area of expertise, but I decided to look at what happens when everyone's thinking the same, and how we ingrain people and we teach them to believe in a consensus, and how that's, to me, unethical.
Now, you'll be talking about when group thinking is unethical. So, when is group thinking unethical?
It's unethical when it doesn't allow other opinions to be heard. That's my opinion. I didn't realize until quite recently that in my medical profession that if you only teach one opinion, but there are two opinions known to be out there, they may not be both true, but we don't know which one is true. If you only teach one of them, that is unethical. So if you have a patient with a particular medical condition, but you know that there are two forms of treatment, and you offer only one, that's unethical. And I didn't understand that you have to offer patients every option. So I'll be looking at a couple of examples where we have been teaching for the last 50 years only one side of the coin. And to me, that is unethical, because there is enough evidence to show that we might not be right, and we should be offering the other option. And once you offer the other option, we know that a number of patients are going to improve better than giving them the other option. So that's my opinion. That's why it's unethical to have groupthink, where you only teach one model, and you demonize anyone who gives you the other opinion. And in a sense, that's what's happened over this whole diet debate in South Africa. We're only allowed to teach one model, and if you question it, you're demonized, and they try to throw you out of the profession.
Tim, let's talk about ethics in general. How ethical is sport in South Africa at the moment?
I think that most people participating in sport are highly ethical. I think South Africans are generally ethical. We don't like non-fair play. That's why we respond when people are cheating. We identify the cheats and we do something about it. I think the problem is that there's so much money in global sport that ethics has gone out the window, and winning and cheating become a real issue, and doping is an issue. I think that if I were to say what are the concerns with South African sport, I would say where ethics are being affected are definitely doping in sport. I think that there is doping with the use of steroids in young rugby players at high schools. I think everyone's accepted that is a real problem. But it's not really an ethical issue. It's the fact that the drugs are available, and if they're available, then people are going to use them. So the ethical issue there becomes, why do we have them, and why are they in the country, and how can we encourage people not to use them? It's difficult to say it's an ethical issue, but it is of concern.
How do we improve this?
I think we find out, how do drugs get into the country. I mean, that's the ultimate answer for any recreational drug problem. You have to ask, how do the drugs get in, and why can't we keep them out? And I think once you start going down that route, then you'll find that it's not quite as haphazard and disorganized as you might think, that there may be well-designed channels of the way that the drugs get into the country.
It's altyd goed en leersaam om met Tim Noakes te gesels. Now listen, if you'd like to have the exact same lunch as Tim Noakes today, or if you're a mom and a dad and you can do with a nutritional tip on this Monday morning, then check out some more Tim Noakes coming up in a few minutes from now on Smile 90.4 FM. A very good morning to you, Cape Town.